Stanford University swimmer sentenced to 6 months in jail for sexually assaulting a woman is released after serving only half his term, just 3 months. Brock Turner walking out of the Santa Clara County Jail, a free man on Friday. He now plans to live with his parents in Ohio, where he'll have to register as a sex offender.
Once he arrives in Ohio, he's got to report to the sheriff's office where he lives. We are assuming that he's going to be moving in with his parents in Greene County, so he'll have to report to my office and get registered as a sex offender.
Let's bring in the legal panel. Mercedes Colwin is a Fox News legal analyst. David Schwartz is a defense attorney and a former prosecutor. Good to see you both. Mercedes, the minimum for what he did was 2 years. Prosecutors wanted 6. The judge had enormous latitude and discretion and gave him just 6 months in jail, not prison, but jail, and he walks after 3. Does this demonstrate that perhaps our justice system doesn't take victims of sexual assault seriously enough?
Exactly. I mean, that's why there's such a public outcry. Everyone's upset about this. There are legislators that are going to mandate now and say to the judges, now you don't have discretion. Now we're going to have an absolute minimum when it comes to these types of rape cases. It's definitely a message. That's why it's been a resounding reaction by the public. That's why this judge may actually not be elected into office next year.
Yeah. David, is this a commentary, do you think, and a negative one, on our overall criminal justice system and how we deal with sex offenders? Or is it more narrow? Is this really more about a judge?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think it's about this one case. I've never seen facts like this where a defendant got 3 months in jail. So I think we need to look at this from a case-by-case basis. I don't think victims, I do think victims have rights in the courts, and this judge is the issue, not the lawmakers creating new laws for absolutely no reason. There's no reason to create new laws. There's plenty of laws that govern sexual assault, rape, and sodomy.
You know, Mercedes, so 3 months and he walks. You juxtapose that to the heart-wrenching victim impact statement that we all saw and read. I mean, it just tears your heart apart.
Exactly.
There's a huge disconnect there. And so I suppose a lot of people are wondering, why was the judge seemingly unmoved when everybody else was?
I honestly, Greg, no one really knows. I mean, we're all mystified by what the ruling has been. Because if anybody has not read the statement, I definitely encourage those to read it. The impact statement was so sincere, and frankly, she's never come public. She hasn't come public. She's not out there marketing herself and saying, I am a victim's rights. I'm the one who brought this on upon Brock Turner. Nothing of that. What she said to the judge is that, Judge, it doesn't matter what socioeconomic class you come from. It doesn't matter that this is a star athlete, that he was at Stanford. This matters about what happened to me.
Yeah.
I was a rape victim. My life is never going to be the same.
David, we think of Lady Justice as, you know, blind and balancing the scales. Well, I got news for you. You put a load of cash on one of those scales and it's going to tip heavily in favor of a rich defendant. And he had parents who hired a really good defense team, as opposed to a lot of other people who were accused of the same thing, who were represented by overworked public defenders. Isn't there a disparity endemic in the justice system?
Absolutely, there's a disparity. There's no question about it. If you're wealthy and you can afford good counsel, you're going to have a better shake in the criminal justice system. But I do think this case has brought to the attention, not that victims don't have justice in the courts, because they do in many, many cases. We need to understand who we are electing as our judges in our system. We have to understand that.
Yeah. Well, the
David,
Santa Clara County judge is
there was too much discretion, though.
Aaron Persky is the judge, and he has now decided he's not going to hear any more criminal cases, and he has to be shifted over to the civil side, and I guess a lot of people are applauding that. Mercedes Colwin, David Schwartz, thank you both for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Some new developments in the